So now task 4 to extend our knowledge. In the last example, we did a map reduce for one customer. So how can we do the same thing but for multiple customers? So here's exactly the same question, but this time we're trying to do it for more than one customer. All of the other details are exactly the same. So how are we going to do this? Well, we'll do exactly as we did before. We'll define and initialize our variables, and then we'll define 3 customers this time. We then create a map of the array of factors. So we will have an array of factors, but we're going to map over that, so one for each object. Inside the map, we use our ternary to set the 1.2 factor for has accidents, or just leave it as 1. And we set a factor of 2 for a sports car, or we leave it as 1. Inside the map, we use the reduce method to find the insurance quote for each object. And then we will print out the final insurance quote for each of the 3 objects. So our code will be similar as before. We set up our constants, then we set up our 3 customers, then we set up a map, and the map in this case is going to be for all of our customers. So it's going to be for customer, that's what we give it the name. Then we set up our array of quote factors as we did before. And then we set up a reduce. And the reduce again does exactly as it did before. But this will be for the first of the objects because we're doing a map. And then it simply returns the name, customer name. So it's going to give me name, Jerry. Then it's going to give me the quote amount. So it will be 1440 for the first one. Then it goes up and does the second of the objects, and that will be customer name David, and the quote amount will be 2880. And then it goes back and does the third one, and that will be customer name Claire, and the quote amount will be 1200. So it is a map over the top of what we did the last time, but instead of me accumulating it as in one final total for all 3, I'm getting the reduce to take the values, multiply them for that quote, and then simply print them out. So let us code the example. Go back into Visual Studio. We will right click on the JavaScript folder and we call it map reduce, and we have multiple quotes. .js. So as before, we will define our variables, our constants. We will then define the array which holds all 3 customer objects. So we will then do our map with our reduce inside it. So our map with a reduce inside it. And inside we are each time returning the name. We're not doing this outside of the map, we're doing it inside the map. And then at the end, after we have done all 3, we will have an array called insurance quotes with all 3 name and quote amounts in it. And we will want to display that. So again, we will right click and go to open in integrated terminal if we've closed our terminal, or we will just do node and then we will do map reduce multiple quotes .js. And we get our 3 quotes as we expected. 1 the first time it goes around in the map, second one, second time it goes around, third one, third time it goes around, but we print them all at the very end. So we can see it in the screenshot exactly as we want it. This reduce multiplies each of the values in turn, with the first being a 1, as we saw. So this 1 said that it was a 1 to start with.